Hey, I know the feeling. You're staring at a power outage forecast or planning a big RV trip, and suddenly you're wondering if this monster generator is really going to solve your problem or just become another expensive boat anchor. I get it, I've been there. Before you click buy, let's talk through what this DuroMax XP28000iH actually does in real life, who it's for, and where it might leave you scratching your head. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So, the headline numbers look insane: 28,000 watts, dual fuel, remote start. That's enough to run a whole house if you're careful, but here's the catch: most people don't actually need 28,000 watts. What trips folks up is confusing peak watts with rated watts. This unit's rated output is closer to 22,000 watts continuous, which still covers a fridge, AC, lights, and a few outlets, but not every appliance at once. If you're trying to run a 5-ton AC unit plus an electric dryer during an outage, you'll brown out fast. I've seen buyers post videos where they trip the breaker trying to pull too much at once, so plan your loads carefully. The dual fuel part is where this thing shines for a lot of people. Gasoline is easy to grab, but propane is cleaner and stores longer. If you live in a place where propane delivery is reliable, switching to propane during hurricane season means you're not stressing about stale gas gumming up the carburetor. I talked to a guy who used it for 3 days straight after Ian. He said propane kept the startup reliable while his neighbors with gasoline-only units were fighting vapor lock. That's a real-world difference that doesn't show up in the spec sheet. Now, the remote electric start is slick. Press a button from inside your house instead of wrestling with pull cords in the rain. But don't expect it to be silent. At 75 dB under load, it's quieter than most big generators, but it's still a lawnmower level hum. If you're trying to sleep next to it, earplugs help. And if you're running it in an RV park, check the park rules. Some places have strict noise curfews and won't let you run a 28,000 watt beast past 10 p.m. The AGM battery and copper windings are solid upgrades if you care about longevity. AGM handles cold starts better than flooded lead acid, and copper windings reduce heat buildup, which matters if you're running it hard for days. But here's the trade-off: this thing weighs 430 pounds. Moving it isn't a one-person job unless you've got a decent engine hoist or a truck with a liftgate. If you're planning to wheel it around your property every weekend, think twice. Most buyers end up bolting it to a trailer or pouring a concrete pad. Who should buy this? If you live in an area with frequent long outages and you've got a transfer switch or interlock kit already installed, this generator can genuinely keep your fridge, furnace, and a few critical circuits running without drama. It's also a solid pick if you're a full-timer in a large RV with dual AC units and residential fridges. The 50-amp outlets let you wire it straight into your RV pedestal, and the propane option means you're not stuck buying gasoline at inflated prices during a storm. Who should skip it? If you're only dealing with short outages or you're trying to power a single appliance, a 7,000-watt inverter generator is plenty and a lot easier to store. Also, if you don't already have a transfer switch or interlock, adding one can cost as much as the generator itself, so factor that in. And if you're not comfortable with 430 pounds of steel and fuel, renting a trailer-mounted unit for emergencies might be the smarter move. One last thing: the oil capacity is 3.5 quarts, and you'll want to change it every 50 hours under heavy load. That's not a huge deal, but if you forget, the engine will start to sludge up fast. Also, the digital inverter panel is nice, but it's not as rugged as the rest of the machine. Plastic knobs can crack if you over-tighten them, so go easy on the controls. Bottom line, the DuroMax XP28000iH is overkill for most people, but if you genuinely need whole home backup or you're living off-grid in a big rig, it's one of the few consumer-grade options that can actually deliver. Just be honest about your load needs, plan for the weight, and budget for the transfer switch if you don't have one.